Okay, oh shit, sorry, hang on. Just line this window up. Right. Very quick video. And this is for all my critics. I won't say haters, because some of them aren't. I decided I'd answer some of the major criticisms that I get. So, we'll start off with bodybuilder. I don't claim to be one. Neither do I claim to be a powerlifter or a strongman. I'm just a guy that likes training and likes being big. It's as simple as that. I don't define myself as any of these classes of athlete. Regards competing, I don't have an aesthetic physique. My body's badly torn up, so I don't see any point. I struggle with condition, and there's no secret to that. And we'll go on to that a bit now, actually, how fat I am. Yes, I carry a lot of body fat. I also carry a lot of water. I don't run high estrogen suppression when I'm a cycle, because apart from water retention, I don't really suffer from estrogen-related sides. I don't get gyno. Now, if you know anything about steroids, you'll know that they drastically alter the cholesterol levels in your body. They increase bad cholesterol and reduce good cholesterol. Now, this puts you in a situation where you're prone for plaque buildup. It's not a guarantee, but you are prone to it. Estrogen helps control this issue. Also, estrogen increases the number of AR receptors, of androgen receptors in the body. It helps support your libido, it helps support growth. So why would I overly suppress it just to get rid of water? I'm not that insecure that I need a six-pack all year round. And remember, the clue is in the title, this is under construction. I'm not finished yet. What you're viewing is me halfway through. Now, the other problem I have is I actually suffer from a disease called Derkham's disease. Now, this gives me a few symptoms: poor sleep, I struggle to absorb written information. If I read something, I have to read it 3 or 4 times, which is why usually my online comments and stuff are so poorly written, because I don't always see what I've written. It also means I grow lipomas, large numbers of them. I've had 40 to 50 removed, probably got about another 50 or 60 to go. And it alters the way my body deals with fat, which makes dieting very, very gruesome for me. Most people assume because of my condition I have a shit diet. My diet is clean, very clean. I've had one cheat in 3 weeks, and that was a steak dinner with my wife last Sunday. I don't have cheat meals, generally. My diet is incredibly rigid and incredibly clean. In fact, it's probably cleaner than most people's pre-contest diets. It's just the way I'm built, unfortunately. So we've done who I am. We've done my body fat levels. What's next? My chest. Yes, it is shit. It's absolutely fucking garbage. But that's because half of it's missing. My left pec's completely torn off and my right pec has 2 tears in it. It was never going to be good. It was never good in the first place when it was intact. Doesn't mean I don't train it any harder or any less than anything else. My strength. For my size, no, I'm not strong. Even with an intact chest, my best bench was only 220 for 4 kilos, that is. Now, on a good day, I'd probably get 220 for a double at a push. Deadlift, never done more than 300 key. I'm absolutely garbage at it. I've got very short legs and a very long torso in proportion, which means when I try and do a deadlift, the levers are all wrong. My arms are too short as well, which doesn't help. I end up being very, very heavily bent over. Squat, it's okay. 300 key for 6, 340 for a double. It's been a while since I've done that. I've been playing with niggles in my legs, and obviously at the moment I've got the nerve issues, but it's respectable, I would say. But compared to my weight, probably not so much. However, stick me on a leg press where my short legs work, and I'll rep 800 key. Bent over row, 260 kilo. And here's the big one. This is what I am strong on. Shoulders, 220 behind the neck for 5 reps. Biceps are terribly weak, but they're big. The thing is, I can just about move the same weight in good form as I can in shitty form. It doesn't seem to make any difference. So, I'm not particularly strong, and I don't claim to be. My intensity, how hard I train, well, that's a personal thing. I've trained harder, but I'm 43. Got a lot of injuries. I feel I train reasonably hard now. Some may not. There'll always be those that train harder. It's just one of those things. It's a very personal thing. And yeah, I'm noisy. Just get over it. It's how I am. I always have been that way. I'm not going to change. It's not every time I train. It varies depending on what mood I am, but I am a noisy trainer. Simple as that. Now, my health. If anyone thinks walking around at 370 pounds at 6'1" is healthy, then you're a fucking idiot. Of course what I do is not healthy. I've never claimed it to be, and I know it's not. My breathing is shot to shit. My cardiovascular ability is terrible. It's been made even worse because I've been nigh on inactive for 6 months with this back problem. I am aware of this, and I hadn't started to make roads into dealing with this with doing more cardio, but unfortunately, since the nerves got trapped, that's been out the window as well. So I just do what I can at the moment, but I am aware of it, and I am putting things in place to deal with it. But yeah, my breathing is terrible. Otherwise, blood pressure 112/57. That's good by anybody's standard, let alone a fucking 370 pound bloke. Liver function, good. Kidney function, good. So, oxidization, good. So, I'm not as unhealthy as people may think. Predominantly, my health issues revolve around my cardiac ability. Otherwise, I monitor everything as closely as I can. But no, this isn't healthy, and I never claimed it would be. In fact, if you ever meet any of the pros in off-season, you'll hear them blow and puff like old steam trains as well. You can't be this size and be healthy, which is why I've got limits. Come September of this year, it all stops regardless of where I've got to. I know I can't maintain this size indefinitely without shortening my lifespan. But for me, at this point, I feel that the risk doesn't outweigh the reward. If that ever changes, then this will stop. My wife is a medic. She is no fool, and she's the very first one to jump on my back if she thinks something's not going well. She's already on top of me about my breathing and improving my cardio. So, I'm not as carefree about my health as you may assume. I am aware of my health issues, and I don't for one instance claim this to be healthy. But at this time, I feel the health risk that I'm currently facing is acceptable for what I'm doing. The neglection of my family. Well, really, the only people can answer that is them, but I can assure you that they are not neglected. We have a normal family life, we do normal family things, we go on holiday, and my drug purchases are the last thing on the list when it comes to financial expenditure. I work damn hard at what I do. I earn a half-decent living, and, we enjoy the normal things in life, holidays, etc., etc. My children don't go without. Just spent a fortune on my eldest for a prom dress. So, no, my family aren't neglected. And that's something that actually bothers me a bit, I'll be honest, because how the hell do you know, and how are you to judge what happens between me and my family? That's one thing I've kept out of all this is my family. Yes, my wife was involved in the film, but otherwise, I haven't brought them into this. I promote drug use. I don't feel I do. I feel my openness about my health issues and everything else doesn't. I'm just being honest. I'm just being open. People will use whatever. My whole argument is if I can inform them, then it'll keep them that little bit safer. And you never know. Seeing what I go through may actually put them off using in the first place. I mean, my job, my profession is a harm reduction counsellor for steroid use. So I spend most of my days advising people how to keep safe and the health risks involved. So I'm well aware of what goes on. And personally, I don't feel I promote at all. I feel this is more educational than promotional. But people may view that differently. I know at the end of the day, you can't please everybody, and there will always be those that disagree. And if you have an intelligent criticism, I'm more than willing to listen to it. If you're just an outright hater, well, hate away, that's your problem. It makes no difference to me. Now, the film itself, it's not the best. It could have been better. It wasn't planned. So it isn't linear. It doesn't track me through time. It was a last minute idea, but it is what it is. And I think for a first attempt from two guys, it's a pretty decent effort. We know we've made mistakes. We know we could have done better. But then at the end of the day, you know, many have said it's not technical enough. But many have said it's too technical. You just can't please everybody all the time. You know, you make it too technical and you limit the people that will enjoy it because it's only those that are really into what we're doing. You make it a bit more general and it means that wives, partners can probably sit and watch it and enjoy it out of curiosity. But we've taken on board the comments that have been made and we're endeavouring to make changes for the second film so it works a bit better. That's it really. I don't think there is anything else. I think that covers most criticisms that have been thrown at me. For those that think I'm going to be dead in 2 years, I'm sorry, I didn't realise you were my GP. Didn't realise you were my doctor and knew what was going on inside my body. I'll tell you what, in 2 years' time I'll put a video up and tell you how dead I am. I'm no fool. I may be taking risks, but they're calculated. I'm not some gung-ho idiot who doesn't know what he's doing. I am well aware of the risks and dangers to my body. And I take precautions. Don't always tell everybody about them, but I do. Right, anyway, that's it. Hope that clears some of this shit up. No doubt I'll get the usual crap underneath like you always get, but you're never going to stop that. So, the one thing I ought to say, my back issue, I am getting spinal injections on the 10th of this month, so basically in about 5 days' time, and that should, from what I'm informed by the specialist, be the end of it. So hopefully take it easy for a week and then ease back in, and hopefully in a couple of weeks' time I'll be back at full bore. Right, take care guys, and I'll speak to you soon.